Welcome back to the show. It is time for our open lines. There we open the phone lines and allow you calling and contribute on whatever topic we're talking about. Now, earlier in the show, Ayo asked the question, would you think it is imperative that men should, or people should have a jail term if they commit adultery? Now, this, you may wonder why this story came up. We are taking a look at Cameroon, where recently they're looking at laws that may end up sending men who commit adultery to jail under a new law that was being deliberated by the parliament in Cameroon. Right, Ayo?
Yes, indeed. Now, it's interesting because at the end of the day, we have a lot of, they say that Nigerian, African men are natural adulterers. So African men are naturally polygamous.
That's very offensive. Who said that?
So but to be honest, these laws currently, pending the amendments of the law, currently they only implicate the woman. They don't implicate the man. The current Cameroonian laws, basically, so it is only the woman who commits adultery that will be sent to jail.
That's another
and
argument.
That is why they want to now they're
make it all inclusive.
Exactly. They're making an amendment and it was tabled in the parliament on the 13th of June. So
this is quite interesting. That in 2016, when your country is not a theocracy, it's not the Islamic Republic of Iran or the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you have laws of state interfering in what happens in people's private affairs. I think it's a bit extreme.
But okay, but really people's private.
They're more important. Yes, like it's private.
Because what if your adultery, because sometimes adultery affects your performance at work, it causes accidents.
Yeah,
in fact, we'll look into that. But
yes, I can prove to you.
Pause, Gbenga and Ayo. Let's tell them first of all, if you're watching, this is the opportunity for you to call in and let us know what your thoughts are. The numbers to call will be on your TV screen. Please call us in and share your thoughts. Should adultery attract a jail term in Nigeria? Now we're looking for both male and female. Like if a man commits adultery, if a woman commits adultery and they are caught, should they be sent to jail?
Okay, right now, as it stands in Cameroon, the penal code says women will be punished for adultery for up to 2 to 6 months with a fine of up to 175 months. So the law wants the men to face the same punishment under the expected changes. Would you want this to apply to Nigeria or not? I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, you are saying?
So
a lot of people, there's so many things to be done in Cameroon. They have infrastructure problems. People are out of school. There's a lot
but they are trying to make an advancement in their laws.
No, an advancement in the law. This is ridiculous, to say the least. Last year in Cameroon, I don't know, maybe because it's a form of dictatorship, President Paul Biya has been head of state in Cameroon since 1982. So he runs it like his personal private estate. Last 2 years, they did come up with a drastic law. They shut down over 100 churches and they said, look, we're not going to sit back and let people be deceived. So at miracle centers, I thought that was laudable, but this is ridiculous.
Okay, but basically, in addition to what you've said...
it's private. If you want to... It's between you and your God. If you want to fornicate, if you want to adulterate.
All right, let's hear from our caller from Lekki first of all. Hello and good afternoon.
It's your business.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm Ahmed from Lekki. I just want to give my own opinion about the issue of rape issue and all sorts of things. I think my own suggestion is that there should be law, that should be life imprisonment for every rapist that was arrested if there's clear evidence.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. So we spoke about that earlier. Thank you very much, Ahmed from Lekki. Thanks. We did speak about rape earlier on during the show in World Focus, where we spoke about the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, arresting some people who had 75 men who were accused of rape. But today and right now we're discussing, we moved away from that discussion, but thank you very much, Ahmed, for that. I'm sure those who are listening have taken that on board. But we're focusing on adultery at the moment and talking about adultery attracting a sentence in jail, life sentence.
Should it be criminalized?
Because right now we do know that we live in a society where sometimes you may need to get a job and you may need to sleep with a boss to get a job, and this boss is probably married. It doesn't happen all the time, but there are a lot of people who have fallen prey to such incidences. Now, do you think that it's imperative, or lecturers that sleep with young girls, married lecturers who also try to sleep with married women who are their students as well, should they
There are ways of dealing with that. It's immoral, and of course, it's against university standards. If you report to the university
No, it's not just
Senate,
a moral standard, it's a crime.
Yes, it's a crime if you report to the university senate, and you don't have to criminalize adultery. Number one, the jails in Cameroon and most parts of African countries are filled to the brim. You have terrorists, you have Boko Haram people.
We have
they're congested. So
Hold
you
that
want
thought.
to fill
Let's
up
hear from AGK
with
first of
people
all.
that slept with
We'll come back
somebody
to
they
you.
like.
Let's hear from AGK. Good afternoon, AGK.
Good afternoon, my people.
Good
Hi,
afternoon.
good afternoon.
AGK.
I greet you all. Nice program.
Thank you very much.
I'm always looking forward to your program.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so AGK.
Regarding the topic you're discussing, I don't think it is right for any government to jail any man for committing adultery.
God bless you, AGK.
Let him finish.
Let him finish. Okay, go on, AGK.
In as much as it is very, very wrong for a man to do that, I don't think it's appropriate for any government to do that. And also, I know sometimes men have the ego, the opinion that is a man's world. So because of that, they go about doing a lot of things that they would not even want their wife to do. So I don't support the jail term, but I want you, the presenter, to use this medium to tell especially Nigerian men to stop cheating on their wives.
Thank you very much, AGK.
Thank you very much.
That was a very,
you
very
heard that
valid
Nigerian
comment.
men, please stop cheating on your wives, your spouses, your partners. It is morally wrong, and if you continue in that line, you might end up in an eternal lake of fire.
And even beyond that, it's one of the grounds. You can, if someone commits adultery, it's one of the grounds by which your wife can ask for a divorce. And if you notice, subconsciously, our second caller was talking about men that commit adultery. He didn't even mention women.
But
let's to be honest,
because
women commit adultery as well.
And unfortunately, women are usually the ones who are caught and shamed. I just heard a story now about a man who sent an email from his wife to all her friends as a punishment for her for committing adultery with her boss. So she sent an email. He sent an email through her email address to all her friends saying that she cheated on her husband with her boss. You know, so some people have resorted to public shaming, naming and shaming for this, but we do know that both men, and in fact, they say the men went ahead of us. Women are just
criminalized.
But you know what I do not agree with, Gbenga? I do not agree with the fact that just like what's happening in Cameroon. Now it's okay for a man to cheat and get away with it. It should not be criminalized. It's okay for a man to cheat and get away with it. But
they need to repeal the law on the women.
Okay, let me ask you something. I don't agree. You do know that a lot of the things we term as crimes are, and research has found out, most of them are founded or based on the principles of morality. No, not even morality, of the Bible, of holy books. You do know that. I mean, why do we think murder is a crime? Why do we think stealing is a crime? Because, you know, with the 10 Commandments, a lot of historians have found out that a lot of these crimes were based. So adultery is one of the 10 Commandments. So why shouldn't it also be criminalized?
Because not everybody is a Christian or Muslim.
I mean, it's not a matter. I'm saying because in history, then let us abolish all the laws that are in place, because most of them.
Yeah, that's far-fetched.
And to be honest, you want to say it's not okay.
That's a straw man argument. Your argument holds absolutely no water, even during rainy season.
It is not a water-holding argument like one of our friends likes to say. All right, we have a call from Ikorodu. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I would like to place a comment on men committing adultery. I think there should be men that committed adultery should be jailed, because
how many years?
Go on, please.
Oh, God.
Wow, Deborah.
You know I was going to ask her, but should women who commit adultery also be jailed?
I was going to ask her.
Because we should stop focusing on the men.
She sounded like her boyfriend just committed adultery on her yesterday.
No, people who commit adultery.
Yes.
Let's hear from Sheon. Good afternoon, Sheon.
Oh, dear. Okay, can we talk about the implications of adultery? Because why should it be termed as such a grievous crime that should be criminalized?
Okay.
A grievous offense that should be criminalized.
First of all,
adultery, exactly.
Okay,
go ahead, Barrister Ole.
She's the lawyer. Let me
adultery
hear a
is
legal
legally
perspective.
Wrong. If you have been married under the law, if you've done a court wedding, for example, or you did a church wedding, it is assumed that you are married to your wife, and any other subsequent marriage is illegal and is a ground by which you can ask for a divorce. And beyond that, adultery gives a lot of people high blood pressure. You're having adultery.
Yes.
You're having a lot
and then you're the risk of getting STDs too. Sexually transmitted diseases.
So, because I'm trying to say, okay, let's make a case for the government asking for it.
Yeah, but the government has no business in it.
Because if you are costing the government money, then they have a right to say that we want to make it a crime.
How are you costing the government money?
Because the more STDs we have, the government has to pay for
retroviral drugs.
Yeah. Oh, we have NHS now.
Let's hear from John. We'll come back to this argument.
Okay, let's take this call from John.
Hello, John.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
John from Two Bells, Alagomeji. Sulu.
Two Bells.
Well, I want to look at it from a relative viewpoint.
Okay.
You talked about the lecturer and the student. That is a separate case entirely. You talked about an employee and someone who is looking for a job and
the boss.
And the boss. These are separate cases, and they have their own legal attachments, and this is quite different. I want us to look at it from this viewpoint. A man and a woman, because I've seen a lot of women, married women, you see them go to hotels, meet men and all this stuff. And in such a case, the husband of that woman gets an information and goes to the hotel, catches the wife and the boyfriend, who could also be married. In a case like that, we should look at it that there should be a kind of legal protection let's say the husband or the wife or whosoever should have. You understand?
Okay.
But if you want to go out fully, I wouldn't say the government should take it up as an issue for discussion in the house of whatever. But there should be a kind of punishment in such a case. Yeah.
I agree with you, John. Thank you so much. And in addition to what John has said, I really like the scenario he created, because there are scenarios where somebody catches, let me use the scenario we've all been using. A man catches his wife cheating with her boyfriend in a hotel, and in a fit of rage, he kills the boyfriend, or he hits him without intending to kill him, and the man dies. Do you know that this man will still go to jail?
Of course.
Nobody is going to say, it's okay,
murder.
his wife cheated. Nobody is going to say. So to prevent a lot of mindless murders, a lot of cases of manslaughter, there should be some punitive measures.
The government spending so much money in the judicial system. Let's avoid all that. And even the fact that people go to court.
The government can avoid
even the fact that people go to court
by
to
decriminalizing
ask for a divorce is wasting
it's not a criminal offense.
Okay, this argument is going to continue till after the show, but let's take it to social media. Go on our Twitter handle at HNSWazobioMax, or individually at Ayo Thompson7 on Twitter, at Black Voltaire on Twitter, and at Oliver Modi on Twitter. Let's continue this argument on social media until we reach a final decision. But thank you to all our callers who've called. Up next is sports with Nnamdi Ekugba.
To enjoy more of these our Gbenga videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.